apart to you because I don't know what happened. So, what I do, I get these ready. These in front of the TV. I don't know if you heard it on part 2. Because sometimes what you'll find, when you're making things for your envy, it might get too heavy. It doesn't feel like it will, but you just don't know. So I always prepare heaps of clips in advance, heaps of buttons and little lacy and bits of material and whatnot. So because I really like this, but I also really like this one, I just can't make my mind up. And the beauty of this is I can actually do any envelope because there's plenty. But we need something there. So if I'm going to put that there, it doesn't look good. So really, all of it looks good just there. So I think we'll go with that because I really like it. And if I like something, I normally go with it. So I normally lay that down and then just use fabric glue. Because I've Mod Podged, I definitely have to use fabric glue. And then I'll just come into a V and just lightly do it. And that should stick down. Now, this is a thrift store find. It would have been about 20 cents, this lace. So, it doesn't take long to put an envelope together, especially when you've got things prepared. So with this, I will put it there because I think it's going to look good with that lace. And see, for contrast, I used white and an orange button. The same with the back, I had contrast. And here, I'm not sure yet what to put, but that's my envelope. That's my vintage envelope that I've made. And my letter, wherever it went, letter. Yes, it's been very, very cold here. I hope you guys are having lovely weather where you are. That's me letter. So that's ready to put in your envelope, in your book. And if you really, really, really want to push your luck here, you can use, let me see if I've got a smaller one. There's a smaller one. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to attach it to my letter because I like it. I really like it, and I don't know. Can I peek out of my envelope? If my page was long enough. Oh yeah, that'd be all right, because this will be across the page. So we're going to attach this there. Now normally, like I said, if I was going to, see the beauty of that, this will hang out of your, this little bit of lace will hang out of your page. So, I don't know what happened to my other video, it stopped, so I hope I'm going to be able to load it up. Otherwise, we're in trouble. So, what we've created is, oops, the wrong way, look. that's going to get all the mess. That's all right. So, what we've created is that. And that can go over it like that. So when you clip it in, oh, it's not going to show. Oh, yes, it will. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to clip it like that. But I need a clip. So, and in this mass, I bet you there's no clips. No clips. Do you know what I might add on the envelope? There's no clips, so I can't show you how it would look. So as that's flapping, I just add a little bit more of fabric glue. Not too much, because you don't want to lose all the flapping, because that's what makes it look good. So, what we could do is get one of these little butterflies. Love them. There we go. I wonder if they can ink up, because you can't really see them, and they're so cute. But I know what to put on it to be seen. I just need my... So I'm going to put it there, as I can. And you know me, if I like something, I'll put it on. And what we'll do, find some bling. In a word, I don't know where my I really don't know where anything is now. I thought I brought it out with me, but anyway. But yeah, I'd put a piece of bling in the middle of that, and that envelope, it's going to look cute. And what we're going to use is words. I love words. So we're going to put journey. And see the effects now. But I needed the bling. Oh, sure, I had it in here, but anyway, obviously not. So, for not using much, that's actually turned out quite good. So I'll just blend that journey in. Oh, I'm so upset about my losing my bling. Because it makes a difference when you see something with a piece of bling or whatever it may be. Oh, here's some bling. Oh. There's a little bit of bling stuck on this. I don't know what's stuck on here, but anyway. We get fortunate, so we use it. So I'm going to put a bit of bling. Because I want it to be seen. My hands are so sticky from all the bits and pieces I've been doing today. This is annoying. There. I don't know if it can be seen, but that looks quite cute. But do you see what I mean? It can be heavy. That's why sometimes you're better off making them and clipping them to a clip. And then, that's a smart move. My letter is going in that way. So that's that. What I was going to show you is something real quick. These cards, so quick to make. All I did is I put half of it in the Big Shot. Just half of it. And I'm sticking to this tea stain effect because that's what I want for my next project. It must give me a time limit, that thing, because honestly, I didn't, obviously I can't Mod Podge it. It doesn't matter. And you know, when you Mod Podge on top of ink, it dries so quick. It dries really, really quick. See, that's pattern paper. And because I've got my cardstock, or this is a file folder, I think. See, and I've done the same thing here. I used my nail file, my harshest one, to get rid of the, what's it called? This. To get rid of the edges. Gosh, brain dead. Don't you hate that? And you literally, your brain is dead. You can't think. And look, I've been like that for a few days. But I will come good. There's worse off people than me. But yeah, just last few days, I think the weather gets very depressing. And honestly, I could do without it. So, that's been put in the, in a Cuttlebug or Big Shot. So, what I wanted to do is create the effect that you can use white with your pages, because we think we can't, but we can. Now this has got all dots from putting it in the Cuttlebug or Big Shot. I got the Big Shot and the Cuttlebug. So what I'm doing is really, in effect, is just showing up some white, so we give our project a bit of life. Oh, wrong way. I told you I was in a bad way. Now, I want it there. And I don't worry about glue, because this glue stick dries beautifully. So if I go past where I should, it doesn't matter. See what I just did to it? And then I want that. So what I'm going to do first, I could make sure it's the right way. Yeah, so I'm going to put a bit of glue just here, because I really like this. And I want that so this doily has actually lasted me for 4 envelopes, and I've still got bits and pieces of it. So now I want to put that down, but I might change it to that way. And we've just created a tuck. And like I said, this has been put through the Big Shot. But I wanted to create a little tuck. Now you can also tuck on the back if you create another one of these. So that's what I created. Now, we can create something on the side. And this is from that doily. That cost probably 50 cents from the thrift store. So now, we find something to tuck in. And there's your journaling card. So, if you want to turn it into a tag, you're quite welcome to. Now normally I'll ink behind that, and I probably will because it's a tag and I'm a fuss pot, just a bit of a fuss pot. And we'll put a bit of that there. So we can put our little piece of paper in there. I'll have to fold it down because that's supposed to go in an envelope, but anyway, for now it can be tucked in there too. And it will fit. Now normally I make these 3.5 by 6.5, and they fit brilliantly in your journal. But just to see how effective that is, like this is just using, like I said, your inks. Like I use the T1 and walnut stain. So in effect we've created that. That's our next envelope when I Mod Podge it, because I prefer them Mod Podged, because I believe the Mod Podge protects. I always glue down with the glue stick. That's your friend. That is truly your friend. So with your limited supplies, I created, basically, like I said, thrift store. That was the only thing that wasn't from the thrift store. So what we did, we sewn up some of these things. And all that's holding these together is a button. Now, so this, because it's ready now, I can clip it to here. And I normally glue it well. So I have these already. And you know, people say to me, gee, you're quick. Well, no, not really. Because half the time, half this stuff gets done in front of the TV when I've got nothing to do. I utilise my bucket of scraps. And that's all I do. I utilise it. So now, I will show you what we did. Now that took 2 seconds to create. Let's go this way. Oh, my poor book. You make a mess, I tell you, with those tags. So that's our gorgeous envy with some material on it. So we've created that in no time. All because you had it all ready before you put it out. I didn't tie these up properly. Yeah, I only stitch them through once. And honestly, they're not going to come undone because I've used fabric glue. Or the 450, the 3-in-1 glue, which has got less acetone, but still sticks just as good. But majority of my work is done with a glue stick. Another thing too I learned, that when you do your envelopes, for instance, and you want your ink to be darker, well, you know the best way is, see how much lighter that is than its sister. See that all these journaling cards are from this old 1960 New Idea. Now, the reason why it shows up darker is after I ink, I iron well. So there is your pocket there. Now it won't go right down because when we did this, I sealed the bottom because I didn't want to hide that. So you're going to have to make another tag to go within a tag. So these are, I think, 2 inches by 3.5. So you would need to make a, just that tad, actually it should fit. Sometimes the fabric glue moves around too much. I might have put too much and it went right through because that should have fitted through. But it doesn't matter. Just make the tag a little bit shorter and it'll fit into. And that's all that is, as you seen, is an old music page that was photocopied actually, torn up, put over the pattern that we inked. There we just distressed it there, and that's our tag. It's all done. And then this can become whatever else. I made a few of them, I don't know where they are, but I made a few because, do you know what? You're going to use them. So anything that you've got that's lacy that you want to cut up is no big deal. Cut it up and use it. They really work. It works for your work. Now, thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning in. There is a part 1. I don't know what happened to it. Sorry. Bye everyone.